Meanwhile, somewhere else in the Void Mire, a small shuttle, or more like a pod, floats through space with a small thruster behind it just sputtering out of fuel. A green steel Corsair ship pulls slowly into view, closer and closer to the pod. It pulls the pod in and drops it unceremoniously onto the floor of a hangar. The sound of many footsteps approach as the Emerald Princess herself appears out of a hallway flanked by guards. Everyone in the hangar stands at attention as the Emerald Princess approaches the pod, and as the Eldar bend down and cut open a hole into the pod, she peers in. The face of a lone Mechanicus adept, shut down and frozen, lies inside. Aboard the ship that you're all on, you fought your way through the first couple areas of the Mechanicus ship, fighting through these strange Skitari and Servitors, and these aren't normal Mechanicus. They attacked your ship and shut down your communications. You decided to board and found that these Mechanicus seem to be almost infected by some kind of black liquid, or this black ooze that just seeps in the walls and on the floor, and it seems to come out of these servitors and Skitari like blood. The entire ship is rent and ruined. It doesn't even seem like it could feasibly float, and yet it does. You fought your way into a Medicae bay of the Mechanicus ship, and although you tossed in a plasma grenade and pretty much demolished all of the medical supplies inside, right now you could take a regroup. It's about 30 minutes to an hour's worth of time, and the mechanics behind this is if you have a Medicae check, you can apply your Medicae score to one character during this regroup and restore their wounds, and past that, their shock. Would anybody like to go ahead and do that?
Yeah.
Wounded.
So there's two healths I can't see on the roll 20.
There's two what?
There's two characters whose healths I can't see on the roll 20.
Let me see.
See two bars. It's Galalis and okay, I can see Hamos's.
You should be able to see them now, right?
I can't see Galalis.
Not sure why, but he's uninjured.
Okay, yeah, I'll...
Oh, I'll fix it here, I see. There we go.
Sweet.
I'll restore, is it Fairy?
Fairy, yeah.
Okay, I'll restore Fairy,
There's no check to it. You just apply your Medicae score and heal them for that.
well, my Medicae score is 8/10. 10 on Eldari.
Alright, so that will be more than enough to bring Feyrai up back to max. Does anybody have any Medicaid checks they might be able to do on Ammo Seath over there?
Yeah.
I have a Medicae of 2, so probably not.
Yeah, and I only have a 1, so.
I think you can apply that to yourself. That 2 will bring you back up to max Ammo Seath.
Oh, will it? Okay. Yeah, then let's go.
I would like some help, please.
I can't even. Yeah, I guess I'll give you some help then. There won't be
No
a
reason
lot.
not to.
It won't be a lot, but yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Well, I mean,
Anything would be welcome.
yeah,
Make me feel better.
Alright.
You don't have to make a check. I just said that.
Oh.
You just apply the Medicaid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, 2 Medicaid.
Alright. Sweet. That should bring everybody back up to max.
Probably won't hurt.
As you sit in this Medicaid room, it simmers down with the blue fire of the plasma, and you look over and you can see there's several destroyed, bombed out servitor hulls lined up against the walls. Down the hallway past the Medicaid, you can see it kind of loops back towards the area that you were just in, like so. And then there's a much larger door that leads into a hall with a large iron door at the end of that leads further into the main part of the ship.
Right, well, that means let's breach and clear like we've done before.
Weapons drawn.
Maybe hit the once everyone's in position. Hit the open button.
Anything in there?
No, it seems to be just a empty little hallway that connects into the main part of the ship. You can see a sign that points towards main deck, and as you look, you can also see that there seems to be markings that indicate there's some kind of science lab further in.
Ooh, Monkai science. That's fun stuff.
Oh yeah, yes, we've been having a lot of fun recently, haven't we? Oh yes.
Well, given
No, I don't know about you, but I've been having fun.
yes, you are Feyre the Untouchable. Well, unblemished.
Let's get this over with. Is this door closed or?
It's closed but not locked.
Right, well, same as before, I suppose.
Alright.
Ready?
Wait, let me stand back a bit more. Oh,
No!
I can't see. I can't see. I
I can't really squeeze you all in here, so you're just gonna have to make do for a second.
That's fine. We know we're not all bunched up at the door.
we have become one, brethren.
Oh jeez.
There's a very small airlock past this, and you can hear the sound of metallic creaking and the constant chatter of machine code being spoken out loud, kind of just echoing through it. Coco, did you ever add that machine code language?
Yeah, I can in fact understand that.
Okay, so Coco, as you're listening through the door, and the others are just hearing this staticky sound throughout the air, you can hear over whatever translator you're using, just and behold, and behold, and behold, ultimate being, grace, anguish, beauty, behold, behold, welcomes, cradles, shimmers, behold, behold, just over and over again.
Sounds like they're worshipping something in there.
Don't tell me their OS is Linux.
Some great beauty. Couldn't tell you what it is.
What is great and beautiful about this place? Decrepit and stinking. Monkey vessels are decrepit and stinking.
Well, let's get this over with.
They are Monkai. They are stinky.
Yes, they like to fling their shit everywhere.
Alright, weapons drawn.
Right. And open the door. Beep.
Oh, goodness.
You open the door and you can see lingering around They're almost like zombies. The two servitors are facing away from the door, hunched over, just kind of shaking in place, and you can see little drops of black ooze dripping out of them. The Skitari over there is head whipping back and forth erratically. And in the back, you can see a servo skull mob made up of 6 servo skulls floating around in erratic patterns just in the back of the hallway.
Anyone mind if I go first?
Go right ahead. No rush.
Go on.
Melt them with your mind. It's quite impressive.
Less mind melting, more, which do I want to do? Sword. Yeah. Ooh, sorry for that, guy. I will stay 1 square away, so 2 meters away, and blast them with my shuriken pistol.
Hey, fucker.
Stand like here, and blast them with the shuriken pistol. Alright, I keep going to my sheet and forgetting what I was looking at.
Shuriken pistol attack roll.
Ooh, I'm going to use a.
Uh-oh.
I am going to use a wrath.
Alright, you can reroll 4 of those. Let me change music.
So I get 4
Right.
icon, but
But you don't have that negative or that critical.
And you can shift 1.
shift 1.
Yep.
Awesome.
Do we get our wrath back after did we take a, what is it called, like a regroup or camp or
You
rest
took a
or whatever?
regroup, but that's not going to get you your wrath back.
Okay.
So
That comes back
13
after, like, equivalent of a
with
long rest.
a -3.
Yeah, Feyrai, you just step into the room, press yourself up against the box that the servitor's twitching at, bring up your shuriken pistol, and with one blast, just blow the top part of it away. It shoots out black goo that kind of lingers on the floor behind it. The Skitari back here, 2, 4, 6, it's kind of focusing on you since you just stepped into the room. It's going to take a shot, but it's going to ping off of the high cover computer panel that you're sitting on. A bunch of sparks fly out. Who's next?
I'll go. Question: can I make an aimed and a called shot at the same time, or is it just one?
Let me check.
I believe you can do both because a cold shot, you can aim and then
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you're aiming at a certain spot.
Yeah,
the
that's
cold shot gives you a DN penalty, but the aim.
That's correct. So it's depending on what you want to do, you can do up to 3, and it increases that attack penalty by 3. So you can aim and then choose if you want to do 1, 2, or 3 bonus damage.
Okay. Yeah, I am going to aim at this one and do a +1 called shot.
All right.
Say-
So your DN you're looking to hit is 4.
Okay. That should be fine. Stop that. Stop that. It does not like me. But that should be. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna use a wrath point to overrule that complication, if I
All
may.
right. You can reroll 4 of those as well. All
Holy.
right. Yeah, you can shift all 4 of those and then add another ED, so an extra 5 ED to that roll.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be 13 damage AP1 on this guy.
He can't roll that even with the determination, so nice shot. As he runs up to half cover and fires off a bolt at Feyrai, you peer around the cover of the door and, you know, take a deep breath and then fire, and it blows straight through the base of its neck, and you can see after a moment this Skitari's head just comes clean off and drops. Black goo sprays. I'm trying to avoid the word squirts, but really, it squirts out everywhere.
What weapon were you using?
Mine, galvanic rifle.
Awesome.
Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You watch as the mob of servo skulls, 6 of them, fly out in erratic patterns down the hallway towards you. Amoseeth or Mobbin, who's next?
I will, I'll go ahead.
Leave those skulls to me. And I'll move ahead to cover right here and
Hey, Feyrai, make an awareness check for me. Feyrai, you hear the sound of metallic footsteps coming down from the south part of this door. They're getting closer and closer quick.
Guys, we've got more company coming from the south.
that is not good. And I'll go ahead and aim a shot at the servo skull cluster. Yeah.
There you go.
Die, you flying abominable things.
Alright, roll a 2d6 for me.
What did I do, boss?
What did you get?
26.
26, a ferocious rending, so it suffers 1d3 extra wounds. Roll a 1d3 for me. It's gonna be a 3, it's always a 3. Wow, never mind, it's always a 3 for me. Alright. So you managed to hit its resilience plus an extra 1 damage. Actually, roll your damage for me. Your ED.
How many of those can I carry over?
For a mob, so a servo skull has a defense of 5, right? And then it has a resilience of, I believe, 2. So roll your ED and tell me how much damage you did.
Well, it would only be 1, so 11.
Alright, 11 damage.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright, I think you actually nuke this freaking mob of servo skulls then.
And just like that, they float no longer. They
Yeah.
can no longer look at us with their pallid eyes.
MOC, you fire multiple pinpoint shots, very accurate shots, just sniping these servo skulls down one at a time. They don't seem to have any kind of self-preservation mechanism. Instead, they just float at a straight line, and it makes it pretty easy for you. 2, 4, 6. This one's gonna walk up on you, get a close range shot.
Oh.
Alright. Hello. 35. This one is going to walk up on you and make a savage attack on you. So you're going to suffer 1 mortal wound there. Plus... 7 points of damage.
Something happened on the...
Huh?
Oh.
Did you hear me?
Oh, okay. No, it just froze for a second. Yeah, like
Okay.
the
Yeah, so you take 1 mortal wound and then 7 points of damage.
I do.
Yes.
Yes. What do I roll for shock? I can't remember.
Your determination.
All right, that's 2. So that would be 6. So I take
What's your resilience?
6.
Alright, so yeah, you reduce that and you shift 1 point to shock, so you're taking 1 wound, 1 shock from this.
All right.
As the servitor walks up and fires a hail of bullets, you try to duck down behind your half cover, but you're a little too slow and one catches you right under the rib. It doesn't penetrate, but it hurts. Now, Mobbin, you're up.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so
Kill this putrid fucker.
yeah, I'm going to move here, and it should be good enough for cover, right?
Yeah.
Actually, wait. No, I'm moving up top just because we know there's some coming from the south doors. And I'm going to shoot at this guy. Should be in close range.
What's your movement speed?
Oh, it's a good point. Forgot about that. My speed is 8.
Alright, then you're good.
Alright, I'm going to shoot at this thing with my shuriken pistol. So that's what? That's ballistic skill, right?
Yep.
And then what's the modifier for close range?
+1.
So 5 dice instead of 4.
Yeah, it's +1 dice.
Very nice. You can shift one of those 6s over to add to your ED.
And
Nice.
rending.
Which means you also use the rending quality.
Yeah, it's rending. So
I love that.
you'll.
Let's see, ED is gonna be 2.
Hate to see it.
Alright, so what's your damage on that weapon?
Is 10 plus ED.
Oh, alright, so yeah, no way. Mobbin, you move into the room, stepping up next to Ammo Seath, who just took a round in the stomach. You come up, pull your shuriken pistol, and with one clean shot, just blow this thing away.
Much obliged.
Ammo Seath, you notice that these things have a weaker structural integrity than they should be. Even the holograms back on the ship were a little bit more clean. They were more stable. Something's really going wrong here. We're gonna end combat for
These
right
are blown
now.
apart easily.
Yeah, we're gonna end combat for right now. However, Feyrai, like I said, you hear the sound of approaching footsteps coming from this hall.
Yep.
Hey, Rad, what your Eldari ears here?
Mechanical footsteps. Sounds like more of these assholes.
More of them.
Alright.
MSC, let me fix you up before more of them get here.
Yes, please.
Um,
Now
is MSC Thaldari?
here's
Yeah,
something
I have
to
a mortal wound.
here's
as
something
well.
to keep in mind, Mobbin. You can only do these tests once per encounter, and I'm treating this whole session as an encounter pretty much. So if you're gonna do it now, if he gets injured later, you're not gonna be able to
Yeah,
restore
that's good.
wounds to him.
Okay.
It might be worth it to wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
on that. No point in wasting that on one wound.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'll find a way to skirt around with what I have. If not,
What the hell is that?
they're after somebody.
It's outside my house. I hear them all the time.
At the far end of
Trying
this
to
hallway,
defend myself.
you can see painted along the walls there's a sign that indicates that the science bay is this way. By a glance, you can tell that it's heavily locked down, and there doesn't seem to be a console or terminal nearby to open it.
Let's position ourselves for this one's coming from the south.
Agreed. Gallet is gonna pull out his shuriken pistol and basically ready in action to aim at whatever. Aim at whatever's coming down here.
also like to aim the doors.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm within range of all the doorways.
Feyrai, are you staying there? Are you moving? What are you doing?
Probably just. I don't want to be like. Is that black like moving around and stuff where the guy I killed is?
You don't really have to worry about that. Coco, you're echoing again, man. If as long as you're not standing directly in it, it's very easy to skirt around.
Like, if I was to stand there, would I be
Nah, I wouldn't.
potentially?
I wouldn't say so. You're probably good.
Cool, cool. I'll move there.
It might be a different story if you were made of metal, but who knows? All right. So as you watch, the 3 doors open at once. You can see down at this hallway about 12 servo skulls in a flock are flying down the hallway and are about to come through the door. A servitor is shambling up this hallway, and you can see a Skitari and a servitor are opening the console, opening the doorway here from a small distance and are getting ready to enter in. You guys all mostly took positions.
I call dibs on door 2. Door 2 is always easy for me.
Who wants to go first?
Me, please.
Let's see.
I want to melt one of them with my mind.
All right, Feyrai, go ahead.
Alright. Psychic Mastery 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's their defense?
2.
Yeah, I don't have enough to increase the potency, so it's just 1d3 mortal wounds.
All right. Nice.
There we go.
Who are you hitting that with?
The Skitari.
Gotcha. What does that look like?
The smite power. It's the way I picture it is it's less of a it's more like an internal attack at their very being. So it's like me kind of concentrating. If you had some kind of psychic awareness, you'd see probably an aura around me, and a similar aura building around the target, which then kind of collapses in on them, doing damage.
All right. That might not have been you, Coco. Actually, that might have been Sigrid. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. But anyway,
I think it's just her mic's close to her speakers or whatever, so the music just bleeds through.
maybe. Who knows? Anyway, yes. Feyrai, as the door opens and the Skitari and the Servitor get ready to enter in, you peer around, and for a moment, you kind of glow with this aura that, since everybody here is Eldar, I'm sure you can see. And then, with a crack, you hear the internals of the Servitor begin to, or the Skitari begin to kind of rend, and from the inside you can see this kind of light glow, and you can just hear this awful cracking sound, and the internal of its chassis begins just distorting. Horrific.
It is wondrous when you melt them and rend them like that, Feyrai.
Alright.
So, 2,
Then it's-
4,
it'd be-
6, 8, 10, 12. I'm gonna seize ruin. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, roughly. The 12 Servo Skull mobs fly into the room and begin flying towards you, Amoseeth and Mobbin, as you huddle behind your half cover, preparing your actions. Who's next?
Alright, my turn. Since I did an action. Anyway, I'm gonna, with my shuriken pistol out, can I multi-attack these two down here?
You can. The DM will be 4.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna salvo that to eliminate that penalty.
Sounds good. You're gonna use an ammo for it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not a short range, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna, so I can shift that one of these 6s, give rending, which brings it to.
You could actually shift both since you know, eliminated the penalty.
Oh, that is true.
So roll one more time. Alright, no bonus.
Rip and tear. Rip and tear.
Yeah. So 12 damage with AP 3.
Yeah, with that AP, it's not possible for them to survive it. So Malvin, you peer around the door that you're huddling behind, take a step out, and with your galvanic rifle, it's just blast. Let me look up what a galvanic
Sure.
rifle looks like.
No, I use the Shuriken pistol for this
okay,
one.
sure. So sure enough, blast, blowing these horrific black-blooded monsters away. As you peer down the hallway, you can see there's a flock of servo skulls kind of just flying around. Reveal the rest of the hallways too. Alright, back to me. This servitor is going to walk in. 2, 4, 6. Come in here, shambles up to you. Maubin's going to get a close range shot at you. But you duck behind your half cover as the solid slugs bounce off the wall. A few ricochet kind of down and start bouncing around at your feet, but luckily enough you don't get hit. Who's next?
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and salvo on these 2 mobs right here.
Alright, so the DN is going to be 7 because they have a defense of 5. Servo skulls are very hard to hit.
Alright.
But if you're salvoing it, then you reduce that by however much,
Yeah,
back down to
like
5,
that.
I guess.
Shit. I'll go ahead and spend a wrath and re-roll 5 of them. There we go.
There you go. Roll one more time for that multi-attack. Alright, so you're going to hit one of the mobs, but not the other.
Alright. It's still worth it. And the for that one mob that I hit, can I shift one of those? I can shift that icon to make it red.
No, you can't because you need it. They have a defense of 5. You rolled basically a 6. So you can't shift.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. So 12 damage.
12 damage, nice. So with a resilience of 2, 12, yep, can't do it. Once
Get away
again,
from here.
yup, they're flying at you. It's a horde of them. You know, there's so many flying at you at once that it's almost impossible to miss. You flick on auto fire and just start spraying into the cloud of servo skulls, and you watch as 6 of them drop down. There's 6 more left. I believe Maubin, you're the last to go.
Alright. I'm gonna use my Las Blaster salvo. Also shoot at them. And so here's the wall. They're in close range, I believe. The Las Blaster's 12 on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Two.
Okay.
Did you roll to attack? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, definitely. If you're hitting the servitor, that'll hit.
I just use salvo, so
For a multi attack.
yeah.
All right. So roll attack one more time if you're trying to hit the servo skulls. All right. So that's not gonna hit it by a wide margin. So as the servitors, go ahead and roll your damage for the servitor.
The ED.
Yeah. Very nice. What's the total damage for that?
That's gonna be 9.
9. Reduce that by 4. Okay, yep. Very nice. As the servitor shambles forward, firing metal slugs at you, you do exactly enough damage to drop it, firing a shot straight into its chest. You watch it twitch as little black drops float out of its body. And, alright, Mobbin, since you have machine code language, as the servitors fly forward, they just keep saying, "Behold, behold, behold," and you hear down the hallway down here, it sounds like a klaxon going off. It's almost deafening, even how far away it is, and you can hear them. One of the servo skulls that's giving off the alarm say, "Behold, blasphemo! Behold, blasphemo! Behold, blasphemo!" As Galileth and Feyrai, you see the servo skull mob duck out, open up a doorway, and start floating out of view. Now,
Do I have time to say anything?
I'm sorry?
Do I have time to say anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Blasphemo?
I have absolutely no idea with these Monkai.
Top of the round, the servo skull is about to flock at you, Mobbin. It's not going to be too pretty. Who's up?
Can I go and defend myself?
Whoever wants to go.
Alright, I'll go then, I guess. Anyone else's?
Mobbin.
Yeah.
Mobbin, did you want to go first, or?
Yeah, since they're attacking me, I
Yeah.
would like to. Yeah, so I am going to. Yeah, let's go. Shuriken pistol since they're closer. And I am going to fire at them. Actually, wait. I have +1 for close. Do I have +1 for close range? Might.
Yeah, you do.
Should I just roll 1 extra dice?
It's not going to matter. You need 5. Servo skulls are very hard to hit. Alright, so. Mobbin, you stand up and start firing your shuriken pistol into the servo skull mob, but they're small and quick, and as they beeline straight forward, suddenly the skulls begin bashing into you repeatedly over and over again.
Gee,
Wow.
what the fuck?
Alright. So,
Do I roll determination?
not yet. 3 plus, I'm gonna roll an extra 3d, and then I add another 3, so it's 7 ED. Holy shit! Okay. Now go ahead and roll your determination there, Malvin.
This is not cool.
Nah, this is pretty bad. That's a lot of 6s. Servo skulls are absolutely monstrous in a mob in melee.
Oh my god. Nothing.
Alright.
No.
So what is your resilience again?
6.
6. Reduce that by 12. You take 6 wounds.
I'm dead.
Yup. Mobbin, you know, Amos Teeth, as you're watching the servo skulls flock around Mobbin and just bash, 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 bash over and over again from all
What?
different directions. He raises his
They-
arms and tries to defend himself, but they just bash him down until he's down on the floor trying to protect himself.
They've killed him. All is lost. They have killed him.
He's not dead yet. As he's down on the ground and he's knocked temporarily unconscious for a few seconds, the servo skulls stop beating on him and turn to you as you speak, Amosith. Who's next?
I'll go next. Yeah, I'm gonna take an aim at those servo skulls. Servo skull mob. See how well we do. Ooh!
That'll hit.
Yay! I guess I can't shift anything, but that is 12 damage.
Very nice. You fire an auto spray over Mobbin's head as he ducks down, unconscious for a few seconds, and just gun down with wild abandon all the servo skulls. Once you get a good beat on them and they're sitting still, they're not too hard to hit, and with a good shot you can drop them pretty reliably, but still, they're nasty little creatures. With that, combat ends for a moment. Mobbin, your eyes flicker open after a few seconds. Your body aches.
Can I self-tend?
You can.
Medicate myself.
Don't worry, young one. I shall take care of your soul crystal. Oh, he's awake. I may have prematurely freaked out, friends.
Wait, yeah, so can I medicate myself?
Yes, yes you can.
Awesome. That's 10. 10 dice. Four.
Very good. You can restore 4 wounds.
Oh, look at you. You're quite skilled.
I might have been doing Medicaid wrong before. So if you make a Medicaid check and you roll a 4, you can restore that many wounds. We're just going to play it straight like that.
Cool, so...
Mobbin, yeah, you tend to yourself.
Yep.
Very good.
Medicate myself. Take some painkillers.
Some Xenos painkillers.
You had me worried for a moment, my friend.
Good as new.
Mobbin,
Alright.
as you stand back up and tend to yourself, one of the servo skulls sitting up on the small half console that you're hiding behind, you know, its eyes light up for just the briefest of moments. Behold, Blasphemo, the ultimate being. Behold, behold, behold. And it just repeats this on a loop forever.
I'm gonna
This,
whip
and then I'm
out.
gonna shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both of you have the same idea and put 2 shots into it at the same time.
I hate the
Just keep
noise they
saying
make.
behold,
It's
Blasphemo.
nonsense. You can understand that?
I can understand that. And he points to an earpiece. Behold Blasphemo. I don't know who the hell Blasphemo is.
Sounds like somebody else we should kill. These Monkai have weird names.
Don't forget, this is a side trip. We're here to stop whatever suppression field they have.
Yes, very true. We do need to leave here. This black goop. Look how it follows you. You're standing too close to it. Get back. It'll infect you.
Yeah, and if you look, you can actually see the black ooze kind of, it immediately begins coursing like quick water towards the servo skulls, just absorbing it. And you can actually see it kind of breaking it down, and I don't want to say nutrients of it, but just the being of it begins breaking down and gets absorbed by the black ooze, becoming this liquid and adding onto the black ooze itself.
This place disturbs me. I would like to leave.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of this. I dare call it a ship. It's falling apart. It's rotting and rusted.
which way should we go? Do we follow towards this way, towards Lastimo?
We can go to the. We can follow the sign to the science room, or we can follow where that thing went towards the south.
I have a feeling we'll find, well, what it's been preaching about since we got here in the science area, but if that's perhaps where they have the craziest technologies, it could be where the unit holding our ship is.
Galilith, are you examining that door?
No, he's just kind of, well, oh, it is a door.
Yeah, yeah, I'll make it clear.
It's all good. He's just gonna... Is there any way he can, like, open it just like a crack, like some kind of manual opening thing, or...
No, and this door is very heavily locked down. You don't see any kind of console or anything. There's several advanced locking mechanisms that keep this door shut. On the wall, you can see it reads science, or something like that. Science labs. Tech labs.
Let me think. I have an idea. He's gonna go back to one of the servo skull mobs. And, he's gonna try to pull out its voice module.
Alright. Make a tech check.
Check. Up.
Yeah, so you managed to pull out a little voice modulator that, with a little bit of tinkering, you might be able to add onto your suit that could modulate machine language. You still don't understand it, though.
Testing, 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 testing. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, to you, what sound comes out just sounds like static, but Mobbin, you can clearly hear in machine code. He's basically coming out as testing, testing, testing.
Testing, testing, testing.
Oh, perfect, perfect. All right. Well, let's give this a shot. Everyone get behind cover.
Oh, yes, I do not want to get shot at first. Oh, this is more solid. I'll stand here.
I like duck down behind here.
All right, so let's see. Hurricane pistol at the ready, and just knocking on the door.
Nothing happens.
Try screeching at it. They screech at things when they want to open doors.
Pinging maintenance units. Pinging maintenance units.
Nothing's gonna happen with this door.
Turn it. It was worth a shot.
It was, and now you have a machine code modulator. Pretty nice.
I guess we're going.
You go south.
We have no choice.
The servo skulls went through down the rightmost hallway.
Oh,
Start there. I have I mean, I think all the hallways lead to the same room.
indeed.
We could go from different angles.
That would probably be best. What?
Take. Split. I guess. 1, 2, 2. All right, there's 4 of us. 1, 1, 2. And let's have 2 take the rightmost hallway.
You want me to go by myself down one of these hallways?
These rooms, I'm near certain they lead to the same room. These hallways.
Well, okay, I guess. Oh wait, you're saying a thing over here. I'll go down this way. Two are better than one. That's what I say.
Let's move into the hallway and through the hallway at the same time.
Agreed. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Open door.
Galvanic
No,
rifle out.
I-
Galvanic rifle out.
And let's open. Let's see. No, they don't need the same place. Unfortunately.
Alright.
So who's opening the door?
Yeah, I opened the door on ours.
Well, I'm opening the doors as well.
All right,
Forget to check the floors. You're pretty good at that.
Mobbin, as you open the door, this is what you see.
Yikes.
You are more or less correct. All of these hallways do seem to lead into a central chamber. On the to your right, which is on the left side of the map, you can see that there seems to be some kind of computer bay on the other side of those doors. However, in this room, you can see that several servitors, Skitari, and a servo skull mob are hanging around in the air. We'll go ahead and start combat.
I would like to go first. And I am going to plasma grenade.
Nice.
You son of a bitch, you read my mind.
What's the roll for grenade?
Ballistic skill check.
Cool.
This is what I did in the last room. Yes, if you
Yeah,
throw
it was
right in the
hilarious.
center. Yes, if you throw it right here in the center, you can. I think that's 6 meter radius, so you'd be able to get like this whole plus.
You got
All
two?
right. So that's not enough. So we're gonna roll for scatter and see what happens. If my PDF wants to work. I typed in grenade and it's searching grotesque for some reason. That's fucking weird. Sorry, I gotta find where grenades are. Area of effect weapons. Alright. Roll a 1d6 for me. A 3, so it's gonna scatter up to the top left. Where did you throw it? Like, point to a tile, which tile?
Probably right.
Right about
There.
here? Alright. So, roll another d6 for me. Alright, so about 4 meters to 4 up here. So it's going to blow up probably this cover and the servitor here. Go ahead and roll the damage for the plasma grenade.
See, it's 10 plus 5.
What's the
That's
range
it.
on a plasma grenade?
It was 6
Uh,
meters.
6.
Yeah, 6
Okay,
meters
so yeah, it'll still
just-
probably hit these two. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't hit this guy or this guy, of course.
It's 10 plus 5 ED. And there's my
Damn.
ED.
Okay. So Malvin decides he's gonna be a bad medic and blow everything up. So he walks in, opens the door, and tosses a plasma grenade almost instantly before any of the servitors or the service go mob have a chance to react, and he just blows up this area here. absolutely demolishing the cover, and the center of the room is covered in blue plasma fire as it just melts through parts of the hull, and all of the enemies in that area, including the Servo Skull mob, are decimated. Very nice.
It sounds like things just got easier in there, whatever in there. I'm saying that to Feyre, we probably can't see him for that one.
What? Did they throw another grenade in there?
I approve of the tactic. Swiftness is good.
Nothing's immune to explosives. Alright. Galileth, you're going to take a long-range shot. It's not going to hit you. As the Skitari back there fires through the plasma fire, you duck behind the corner just long enough to avoid a shot from their rifle. Who's next?
Alrighty then. I'll go up next. And yeah, I'm gonna revenge fire on this guy who just tried to shoot me. It was this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was range, so. Ooh!
Nice.
Please tell me that hits.
Yeah, it does hit. And roll a 2d6 for a crit.
Yeah, working on it. Okay, so 10 damage plus 24 for the crit.
Alright. Page 198. .24, the same ferocious rending, so give me another 1d3.
Okay.
Very nice. So add 2 to that, what's your damage total?
It's going to be 12 energy.
Alright. Reduce that by 4. I'll probably roll this thing's determination, why not? So it's barely going to manage to hold on with 1 wound and 1 shock left. As you fire long range, you blow off the right side of its arm, and it drops down, and you watch as you shoot off its arm, the black goo drops out of its arm, and then swarms the metallic arm of the Skitari, absorbing it. It actually melts down the arm in a matter of seconds until it's just a big black puddle of goo on the floor.
Ooh.
With that, since you're in half cover and a little bit closer, I'm going to go ahead and take another long range. Ignore that. Another long range shot at you. Complication.
It would hit, but it yeah.
Let's see what happens. 36. The complications are page 192. He drops the weapon. So he's going to go ahead and take a shot at you, and he's going to hit you and be able to shift one of those over. So you're going to take a total of 9 points of damage over there. Galileth.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And make sure you're reducing that damage by your resilience as well.
Yeah, I am. Actually, is okay. That'll be fine.
As
I
he
can
fires,
turn it all into shot. He'll survive.
yep. As he fires, the force of the weapon, you actually see like its joints are so degraded that it actually drops his weapon onto the floor. These things are seriously fucked up. All right, Feyrai and Amoseeth, you guys can act as you will.
I think they probably have that. Can we see into that room at all from where we are?
No, this door is closed right now.
Okay. Do you want to burst in and try and steal their fun?
I'm not really too keen to getting into a fight if I don't have to. Sounds as if they have it. Perhaps we can go and check this one down here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe. We'll see.
So I open this door.
Okay. I hit reveal. Reveal it, damn it. You see a zombie-like servitor sitting there twitching in the center of the hallway, kind of facing away from you.
Oh, after you.
So I'll move there, hopping just into the hallway, and I will take a shot with my shuriken pistol. Damn it. Just out of short range. Oof.
That'll hit, but give me a 2d6.
Yep. Ooh, that's not good.
53. You drop an item of war gear. So, as you're firing, this really isn't a big deal. As you're firing, you feel the recoil go up your arm, and that void saber that you bought from the merchant, the strap that connects it to your armor is very flimsy and thin, and the recoil by itself manages to snap it, and you feel your void saber drop off your back. Really not a terrible big deal.
Alright. But 1 AD?
Yeah,
Or can I shift
you
one?
can shift one. I can't imagine this thing surviving.
I don't think they have.
12.
Yeah, these things are one-shot bait. So it's a pretty easy thing for you to just step in, and even though the recoil manages to blow off your void saber, the servitor in front of you just gets dropped immediately as you fire into it. These things are flimsy. Alright. Top of the round, who's up?
Oh, I haven't gone, actually.
Uh,
I mean, I moved, but...
Alright. If there's anything else you want to do.
Yeah, because I could make it to this doorway right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'll,
Oh, sorry, I didn't think you would be in range enough to open the door, my bad.
yeah, I'll go ahead and, open it up and then pop out. No, just out of range for short range as well. Yes.
Kaboom!
I will end you, you blasphemous thing. I can shift that.
Yes.
Oh. I still rendered it.
Alright. What's the damage?
10.
How much does the AP reduce?
Minus... When you shift, or the rending.
It just say next to the weapon, like rending number.
Oh, 3.
5,
Rending
10.
number 3.
Alright. I'm gonna roll this thing's resilience, why not? Fuck, why do I keep doing that? It's not enough, buddy. Alright.
Not enough. Die.
Yeah, it's not a clean shot, but as you fire through into the doorway, it tries to duck behind the cover, but you manage to clip it in the shoulder, and as it reels back up, another shot's enough to drop it.
The end is nigh, monkey. I shall free you from your corruption.
Leaving only this lone, very wounded servitor. Who's next?
Yeah. I'll finish this thing off. But the aim? You're kidding me.
Not quite, not quite, not quite. Alright. It's going to whip around and fire off a shot at you, Amoseeth, as you're closer and in the door. It's not going to be enough, however, as it pings off the heavy cover that you're hiding behind. Alright, who's next?
Take it. I hear you, guy.
No, no, no. I was gonna say one of the other guys from the other pairing.
Galileth just went, so it's up to Mobbin, Amoseeth, or Yuffie, right?
go
Fine,
on.
I'll go. I'll come in and melt the guy's face.
Dread him.
Perils of the warp. Perils of the warp. Let's go. Let's go. Slanesh. Slanesh up in this bit. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, stay away. Stay away with that shit.
Alright. There's no surviving this.
I like my soul
Nope.
not raped. Fucking Mr. Manhattan's from, Watchmen just fucking wave a hand and deletes this fucking Skitarii. Do it! Do it! That was a very effective combat round. So, as the blue plasma fire burns in the center of the room and the Skitarii lay dead in the back, all that's left is this computer bay type room. And there are small windows. I'll actually just reveal the room for you, why not? There are small windows, and you can see a lone Skitarii sitting at one of the bays, and he is actually typing something into the console. His fingers are erratic, and he doesn't seem to be as beaten up and destroyed as the rest of the Skitarii that you've seen, although it still twitches erratically, and by its feet you can see the little black ooze kind of just creeping up its leg, just typing out rapidly and erratically and panicked almost.
Quick, shoot him, stop him. He could be the least bit value add on those things.
Alright. I don't suppose I could hide or anything, could I?
You can make a stealth check.
Ooh.
Yeah, this thing is way too distracted to even notice you with a roll like that. So, what are you trying to do?
Basically, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to open this door slow enough. Then I want to aim and make a called shot
Alright.
with a. Let's go with a +2 difficulty.
So you're looking for a 4.
And he's in close range. So that actually gives me.
Then you can shift 1.
Sure.
So add another 3D onto whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Actually 4D, because again, the galvanic rifle has rapid fire.
What's your close range?
15.
Wow, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Alright.
And. Okay, so that's 13 for 13 damage with 1 AP.
Alright, so I'm not gonna roll this thing's resilience. Okay, Mr. fucking professional accountant sniper. You sit there and 1 shot, 1 kill, huge guts. Yeah, you kneel down and aim a shot with a galvanic rifle and just blast this thing straight in the side of the temple. It slumps over dead without any fight at all.
It was easy.
Inside this room, you can see that there are many different console bays and a lot of cogitators, and probably this is close to one of the main control panel areas of the ship.
Perhaps we can use one of these to get our ship free.
Well, it's as good a shot as any.
So, who's good with this kind of thing?
Well, I'd say that one up there, he can understand the babble that comes out of their mouth.
Is that
You,
so?
Marvin,
Yeah.
look for anything classified as kicked as well. They are interesting.
Yeah, he'll do that. Make a roll for this.
So what are you trying to do exactly? You're gonna use one of the cogitators or something?
Yeah.
All right, make a tech check.
Right.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So it's not a bad roll. You were looking for a 3, and even though you got one of those complications, I don't think too much is gonna. It kind of evens itself out. So Malbin, you step up to one of the cogitators, so you're like probably like here or something. And as you're going through the banks, it doesn't appear to you that there's any way to shut down the suppression field going on around your ship from here. It's a pretty simple matter to unlock the doors, like the one up to the science bay, for example, and all the other locked doors on the ship. As you're reading, though, the name Blasphemo comes up several times. It's all heavily redacted and cut out, and there's only bits and pieces, but there's mention of Blasphemo and a planet and extreme Mechanicus activity. It's hard to piece together what exactly they're talking about, though. This must be some kind of super high top secret stuff going on, and even this ship that's in the Void Mire, that's supposedly part of this fleet that's addressing this problem, has the tiniest bit of information on it. All you really get is this name.
All right. Am I able to unlock the door
Yeah.
west with this?
Yep.
Cool. So I'll do that. Go back. Still not much on this Blasphemo guy. No way to shut off the suppression field. This ship is just another cog. They don't really have much information.
Hmm. There was no pics you could find. I was hoping to see another interesting, as they call it, movie.
We could find a power coupling or junction box. That's the easiest way to shut it down, if you ask me. But guess we're not going to find it in there.
Well, I can. I was able to unlock the room in the northwest. If we'd like to try that out.
Oh, well done. You all right, Fayroy?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
I'm keen to get off this ship. It is falling apart even more.
Rude.
See that crack in the wall? It wasn't there when we entered the
Those plasma grenades will do that, I suppose. All right.
I'm gonna move you over a little bit just so I can grab you. Get grabbed.
I feel the hands of God upon me. It's taking me forcibly against my will.
As
We
you
are now in a
step
hall.
into the science bay, you are in a very sterile, straight hall. At the far end, you can see that there's a huge mechanical door, similar to the one that you saw before, but this one, you see that most of its, or pretty much all of its locking mechanisms are unlocked. In this room, what stands out to you is that between the doors here, there are, or at least on this left side, there is a viewing window. You can't quite see into it from where you're standing, but it stretches the entire length between the two doors. On the right side and on the left side, both, you can see there seems to be some kind of. It's mostly written as this strange machine code language. Coco, or Maubin, you kind of translate it as some kind of. It almost reads like mechanical autopsy to you.
At least this hallway is relatively clean compared to the rest of the ship. What is... I'm gonna walk up and go and like try and peer through this.
And here is what you see. Don't panic right away.
No,
As
I
you,
don't like that.
here's what you see, okay? As you look in, you see that there is a shape on the table. It's just a black cube. It is a pure jet black, black as the void cube that is just sitting on the table. It's about, I don't know, about 6 feet in length, about 3 feet in height. Standing
That
around
is-
it, standing around it are 3 servitors and a flock or 2 flocks of servo skulls. The servo skulls are almost dancing around in a pattern, circling around this black shape, just going back and forth. And the servitors are just standing there, facing towards the black shape, twitching with their heads down. It's strange. It's like, um, you know that scene in I Am Legend where he goes into the apartment building and they're all standing around in a circle? It's exactly like that. How they're kind of just standing there, heads down, facing towards this object.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think we need to get off this ship immediately. Do you recognize what that is?
Do you?
I don't. What do you think it is?
I believe that's well, it sounds redundant, but black cube. I can't tell you how I know, but it must be.
Well, I agree. Let's just find a way to unsuppress our ship and get out of here. We didn't come here to liberate anyone.
No,
Just their belongings.
This place needs to be destroyed before it destroys everything.
If you look away for a second and look back, the shape has twisted from a rectangle to a triangle sitting on the table.
Hmm. I want to get away from here.
Okay. What about this window?
There are no windows.
Oh. Yeah, it's time. It's time to get out of here.
If you look away and look back, the triangle is shifted into an orb.
It's changing. I don't know what that means.
As we leave, we so need to destroy this ship.
I agree. This place cannot be permitted to exist any longer. It is a danger to everything.
Well, let's hurry then.
How do we propose we destroy it?
It's very much like a fighter. You just overload the right thing and boom.
I hope that is all it will take.
A perfect cube.
I was not completely schooled in these things. I'm only going off of hearsay. I wasn't around long enough to know everything.
A
Please,
pyramid.
let us move.
Alright. Hurry up, you guys. don't think they want. I get the feeling they wouldn't like seeing us.
It undulates in waves.
Guys,
Yeah.
the void cube.
Yes, we need to keep moving. Friend, come, please.
Friend Metal 20.
All right. If you open up this door, you look in and you can see that you are now finally into some kind of deep inner workings of the ship. Many different engine consoles and panels, and you can see the engine units themselves are in this area of the ship, as well as just absolutely complex metallic circuits that run all along the ship. It's basically a huge round room full of very important looking machinery.
All right. All right. Let's see. So it just looks like a bunch of pipes going in. Do they look like rotted or in any way corrupted?
Yes, this whole area is corrupted. What I can tell you is that this black ooze is literally seeping through every part of the ship. If you look up into the vents, you can see it dripping out. If you look down into the cracks in the floors, you can see it filling in the cracks and streaming along as if it's guided along. It moves very quickly upon solid metal and it's attracted to it. And since the engines and these consoles kind of are the most active and the most energy potent, it seems like it's converging on these things. And you can even watch this happening in real time in front of you. If enough black ooze gathers up onto this, like on an engine unit, for example, it actually absorbs parts of it. It absorbs the mass of it and drains it up from the floor and the ceiling and grabbing whatever piece of metal it can and sucking it into itself. And then the black ooze will actually reform and create something new, like a black spire or a jut or a spike sticking out. It will form itself into its own blackish, silverish metal and add onto it.
Okay.
He's not
I don't.
good.
I don't suppose breaker boxes and sub panels are obsolete in the 41st century.
What are you trying to do?
Well, there's a thing where if you jam a breaker's switch permanently open and you surge it, it won't shut off properly.
I think
And
I think you could
you know what
figure out
happens when
something
you-
like that.
yeah, you know what happens when a breaker doesn't flip properly.
Yeah, without making you make a tech check, destroying this room or otherwise crippling it or disabling it will probably have some great effect.
And with making a tech check.
Make a tech check and find out. Yeah, Mobbin. To your experienced eyes, it doesn't take you long to identify the core parts of this engine room. You think that with enough sustained fire, you could actually blow this room sky high. And you reason that this being the room that it is, you probably would have about 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes roughly, to get off the ship before it implodes on itself.
All right. We blow the room. I mean, weapons alone. We have around 5-10 minutes to get out of here.
I don't know. Oh, but first, you guys go ahead. I've got one last little thing. Call it an insurance policy.
I will take that head start. Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, Amos Heath is just gonna book it. He's going straight back to the flyer we flew in on. As he's running down the hallway, he'll yell over his shoulder.
I'll secure the path. I'll make sure that the flyers are, well, primed.
You're leaving the map, Amoseeth?
Yeah.
Alright, see ya.
I suppose the rest of us should open fire on it. Engine room.
The first, Galileth is gonna booby trap this door.
How so?
He's gonna take the grenade, his plasma grenade. He's gonna do is he's gonna slightly with his mono knife, gonna slightly unscrew a couple of bolts, and, like hang the grenade from the bolts, like one on each door. So when it opens up,
Mm-hmm.
it'll pull the pin.
Right, I get you. Okay, so you booby trap the door, making a plasma grenade explosive there.
Mm-hmm. Improvised boom boom. Okay, now we can. Now we can let. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Let's open fire on the engine.
let's do this, yeah.
Alright. Sigrid, are you back yet?
Yeah, sorry.
Alright. So as Amoseeth, his spidey senses tingle and he books it
His
out of
coward
this
senses.
hallway back towards the night wing like a coward.
Yes, his coward senses go off. He's gone.
Alright. All three of you begin opening fire. With Mobbin's direction, you target the most exposed and most damaging parts of this engine room. Soon, the entire engine room itself is engulfed in a fiery explosion. A chain reaction sets off inside the engine room, and you basically demolish it. Mobbin, to your senses, you probably got 5 or 10 minutes left.
Let's book it.
Question. I know Ace isn't here, but his character flew in with us. Is he like still at the Flyers?
Yeah,
yeah, pretty much.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna run ahead. I mean, like I took off a couple minutes ahead of them. If I make it there, I'm just gonna yell to him to like spin up that other flyer, and then I'll go ahead and hop in the other flyer. I have a pilot skill of 3, so I imagine I can turn it on at least and get it ready to fly.
Make a pilot check, I guess. I don't know if you don't really have too much in your background that says you can know how to fly stuff. 2.
No.
Nah, not really.
Right. Okay.
All right. So the three of you, you have 5 to 10 minutes left. What are you doing? Oh,
Okay,
by the
yes.
way, act as if we're in combat right now. I guess that kind of gives it away. Fuck it. As you start moving back the hallway, the black cube, the black orb, the black pyramid becomes a black humanoid shape.
Whoops.
You can peer into the window and you can see it begin sucking up the table. It actually shoots out tendrils from its shoulders and absorbs all of the servo skulls into its body, bringing them in and increasing its mass quickly. It forms
What?
legs and large
Fancy.
arms. One arm is just this huge, blunt object. The top of its head is white and synthetic. Huge, beady black eyes peer around the room. It stands at least 12 feet tall, and it begins pushing itself off the table. But as it does so, you can actually see black tendrils reach out of its back and absorb the table it was just sitting on. Its feet seem to be sucking up the metal off of the floor and absorbing it into itself as it grows and grows and grows. Begin combat. Who's first?
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Oh no.
Fire grenades be real helpful right now.
Uh, there's this window here, right?
There's a window stretching between these two doors, yes.
All right. Let's see. Oh, you have to make it big. Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? Aleth is definitely going to be. Why is it so big? But anyway, yeah.
Oh, it's because the map's wrong. Sorry about that. It's fixed now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Aleth is actually going to move over here. And he is gonna take an aim at this here servitor. The galvanic rifle. Terrible.
No, and I was actually going to tell you, even if it hit, this glass is very thick. So as you shoot, you actually see the galvanic rifle shot click off and begin ricocheting down the hallway. It leaves a huge crack in the window, but doesn't penetrate it.
Good news, at least. Alright.
As you watch, the huge thing lumbers forward, and as it passes over one of the servitors, it absorbs it straight up. It walks into the servitor, and little black tendrils and wires almost shoot out and begin observing the servitor that's twitching and sitting in front of it, and it grows even taller. Who's next? It begins slamming its head and arms against the glass.
I'm just running. Sprint is 3 times your movement, your speed.
Correct.
So that is 18. There we go. I'm just getting out of there. And I call back. I suggest we just get out of here as quick as we can.
As you're screaming that or saying that, the servitor at the top of the room begins walking towards the door, and as it pulls open the door, the plasma grenade explodes, sending the shockwave down the hall and blowing it to bits. Who's next?
Sorry, couldn't resist. Anyway.
I guess it's me then, right? I am also going to sprint. It's going to be 24.
The door behind you, Feyrai, slides open and a zombie-like servitor begins crawling out of it. It doesn't have any ranged weaponry. Instead, it just pulls itself along the floor quickly, just clawing and clawing. You see another servitor behind it, missing one leg, doing the same thing. It seems like they've been amputated somehow, weapons removed, but they're still dripping out this black ooze. The entire time, this black and white synthetic creature has just been slamming its body against the glass. It's going to break any second now. Top of the round.
Alrighty, well. Bad. Yeah, Galileth is gonna run. Or sprint, sorry. 24. meters. And that will be his turn.
2, 4, 6. Smash! The synthetic creature takes a step back, moves up a little bit, and barrels through the glass. You see it crunch through, and the metallic pieces under the glass pane quickly begin absorbing itself into its body. Anywhere it stands quickly begins forming almost a black hole around it, sucking into its body, and it grows larger and larger. Where it was 12 feet before, it's 15 now. As you watch, it takes a step forward, and it slams its foot in a black straight line, kind of just going straight down towards the door. And as you watch, the black line goes straight up and into a console, and you can hear the awful sound of the door clicking closed as it does something to the console to the door to lock the door.
What the fuck?
Who's next?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to.
Malvin, make a tech check for me real quick.
You.
Malvin, you think that it might still be possible with some tinkering to try to get the door open with the console. It doesn't look like it broke it. It looks like it just, like a tiny little needle-like string went into the console and locked down the doors, but it's still active.
Is this string like connected to the monster, or
It's
like,
no, it kind of split off. Like what happened was it lifted up a huge foot and slammed it down on the floor. A black line shot out from its foot and connected itself into the console and locked the door. Didn't deactivate it or anything, and it's not connected to the monster anymore.
Okay. Then I'm going to. Yeah. I am going to continue moving towards the door. And then I'm going to use Assault on my Las Blaster, which allows me to sprint and shoot with a +2 DN penalty.
All right, who are you shooting at?
The monster.
All right.
So it's going to be -2 dice, so it's only going to be 2. Do I take the range now? Like, where do I take the range if I'm sprinting?
It's up to you.
Shooting at the same time. What? Sorry?
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, I am shooting. It's going to be 2 dice.
Wow, that hits. And it's a crit. Roll a 2d6. That's impressive.
You are meant to succeed. You can do
And
this.
so-
The liver of the dice have guided you.
23, a brutal rupture. Very nice. And it's hindered. Excellent work. All right.
And I eat real quick.
The liver of the dice has guided you.
LED. 7 damage.
The weapon itself doesn't seem to have any effect, Malvin. You fire a shot into its chest, and instead of really doing anything, it just absorbs it. It just takes it. But you're a smart guy, really. You are. You aim at one of its joints underneath its torso, connecting to its leg, and with a very nice, well-placed shot, you actually blow off the joint itself. You see the creature stumble forward and fall prone, but you quickly see it actually begins absorbing back up into the floor. Where the limb was blown off, hundreds of little black needle-like tendrils shoot back out and begin reconnecting it back to the leg. But it's hindered for this turn. Nice job, man. With that, 2, 4, 6. Malvin, Galeth, you watch as nearby a door slides open, and you can see a zombie-like servitor actually begin crawling its way out of the door next to you.
Okay.
Feyrai, Galeth, who's up?
I thought I'd gone this
Alright,
round, or
Oh.
was it a new round?
I think it's a new round. Because you sprinted here, right? So
Yeah.
that was last round.
I'll go. First up, I'm going to try and psychically light this thing on fire, but smite it.
Yeah, for sure.
What's its defense?
For gameplay purposes, we'll go ahead and call it 1.
Alright. Cool. So I at least hit it. Doing 3.
Yeah, Feyrai, you're gonna extend this hindered as you watch it crumble to the ground with Maubin's nice, well-placed shot. As it begins connecting itself back up, you send out a psychic bolt of smite and blast it, and you can see that the tendrils and wires that are connecting it back to its leg begin writhing around, almost as if in pain or confused, and it lets out this awful, awful screech of machine code. It is near deafening. Maubin, you can understand it and make out bits of pieces of blasphemo. Take me back.
Well, that was creepy. And I move closer to the door at the end of the hall. There.
2, 4, 6. Galeth, you're up.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Then I'm gonna use my galvanic rifle to blast this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna use my final wrath point.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what?
Wowzers. Give me that 2D. Well, no. I gotta be consistent. I don't punish complications on spending a wrath point. So, you're not gonna suffer that complication, don't worry. But you do hit it.
Alright, so what was its defense?
2.
2. Then you can honestly shift all 3 of these 6s.
Yeah. This thing's definitely probably dead.
12 with AP 1.
As you're running, trying to escape the black creature, you turn back and point your galvanic rifle at the servitor who's crawling its way along the floor. With one shot, you blast its head off. End of the round. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. The zombie-like creatures, the servitors, are crawling their way towards you now. Top of the round.
Okay. I'm going to take on this guy here. Just blast him. I'm in short range. With the shuriken pistol. Oh my god. Fine, last wrath.
Okay.
So that's many.
Yeah, you're.
Many and more.
It's. There's no point in rolling damage. Seriously. You're just running down the hall, blasting away. The servitor crawls its way out of the doorway, and you just shoot it dead. in the back, you can still hear this awful, huge creature screeching and moaning in machine code. Mob into your ears. It's begging, demanding, crying out that you take it back to somewhere called Blasphemo. With that, 2, 4.
Blasphemy.
Well, hold on a sec. These things just go twice?
No, they went and then top of the round. Here's how this works. If there's more enemies than you, we take turns, and then at the top of the round, or at the end of the round, I move everybody who's left.
All right.
So.
All right.
You are going to take 8 points of damage, and also you are hindered for 1 turn, cutting your move speed in half. As it crawls towards you quickly, it latches onto your leg and tries to grab at you, just pulling you down, trying to stop you from escaping. Who's next?
And yeah, I can still move, right? Just half speed.
Correct.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna sprint all the way down here.
All right.
Like anytime now, Marvin.
2, 4, 6.
Wait. Okay. Take that as my cue and attempt to get the door open.
Make a tech check.
Check.
Wow.
Oh, good.
That's exactly what you needed too. Maubin, you go forward, and as you try to get the door open, the black needle that was shot out actually pulls itself off like a living little tendril, and you see the needle actually fly forward at your face, trying to pierce into your eyeball. You manage to barely move your head out of the way as the black snaking line drops down onto the floor, and with a screech, it's almost like the monster calls it back. You can see it snaking its way along the floor back to it. As you recover from this and work on the cogitator, the door begins clicking itself open. Next round, it will be open. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. At the end of this round, the door will open. Top of the round, who's up?
I want to get away from these guys.
Yeah, I recommend Feyre should go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna blast one before moving. Oh yeah,
Which one are you hitting? The one closest to you?
the one closest to me.
Yeah, don't even bother. So, or roll a 2d6, I don't want to know. Somebody's going to get a 66 one day. 52. Yeah, absolutely demolished. It's a overpowering assault that sends it lurching away. So you don't even just blow it, you don't even shoot it down. You actually blow it back against the wall, sending its black ooze burning and scattering across the wall. As you watch, the huge creature, 2, 4, 6, comes forward, and again, it reaches out with a huge black arm and grips the servitor that's standing in the middle of the hallway, and you watch as it just sucks out all of the metal like a liquid, absorbing the servitor into its body and growing back into its full length. It goes from 15 feet to 17 feet. It has to hunch over to fit inside this hallway now, as it lumbers faster and taller towards you. Maubin and Galileth, if you want to go.
Yeah. Wait, so is the door open now?
At the end of this round, it will.
Well, I've already used my action for this round. Then.
All right, Gal.
Okay, then it's just me. And you know what? I am going to. I would be able to multi-attack both of these servicers, right?
You would have a good line of sight on this one.
All right, then. That's good. I'll just go ahead and do that, and just shoot him. Okay. And I can shift both those sixes, right?
Yep. I wouldn't worry about it too much because that thing is dead.
Okay. All right.
Top of the round. I'm going to seize initiative. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You watch as the black figure lurches down and then begins with a loud metallic crunch sprinting down the hallway to charge into you. Just as it begins its sprint, the door slides open behind you.
Run!
Quickly
I'm
through.
going to sprint and use assault on my last blaster again.
Alright. You can go ahead and do that. And everybody, I need to see athletics checks. I believe we have athletics checks, right?
Yep.
I need to see those.
Wait, does Moblin need one as well?
Go ahead and make your shot first.
That's one glory to us.
And athletics.
I got 2 on my shot.
Alright, that is going to hit it.
And here's my extra dice. So that'd be 8.
Alright, Mobbin. I hate to say this, but this shot's just not doing anything, man. That one shot that crippled it, that was a lucky shot at a joint. This time you're not so lucky. With it barreling down and sprinting towards you, you fire a shot into its body, and it just keeps barreling forward. You manage to slow it down a step, but it is an unstoppable monster. Make an athletics check for me, Mobbin.
Okay, I do not have. So hold on. What exactly can Wrath do?
It can let you re-roll failed rolls.
Okay.
I think you can probably spend glory to increase your dice pool for something. Has anybody been keeping track of the glory for this round?
Yeah, I got a glory. Oh, that's right.
Oh, I got a 1 out of it. I didn't roll twice. I don't know.
Okay.
I got. Oh, I guess it's just the same roll from last time.
So, I don't think anybody's spent any glory this session, have we?
I don't think so.
Mobbin, if you want to increase your dice pool to up to 6, I would recommend you do that. You're trying to beat a 3 here.
Yep, I'm going to. I already rolled 1 die.
Alright, so go ahead and you can increase that by up to 6. So if you want to roll 1 to 6, that's your choice. 6 would be all of your glory.
I'm gonna roll 4 extra dice.
There you go. The 3 of you all succeed. As you fire back, Mobbin, you fire a blast into the black monstrous figure sprinting after you. The massive, almost colossal figure. It slows it down for just a second as you whip around the corner, charging through the ship. You pass through the forward halls, running past the destroyed servo skulls and the Skitari and servitors that you've gunned down. You rush past through the path that you followed before, through the hallways, running past cogitators and rows of databanks. You run as fast as you can, and this thing is on your ass, but you manage to put some distance on it because it looks like with every step, it's almost like It can't control the tendrils of its feet. The wires and needles stick down into the floor and rip up metal every time it takes a step. You are faster than it. As Eldar, you are just quicker beings than this thing. So you put some distance as you run all the way back to the hangar. Meanwhile, the ship, you can hear it begin exploding and crashing. Amoseeth, you're sitting in the Nightwing trying to get this thing, trying to get the one Nightwing that you're in activated. And
pressing like every button.
yeah,
Turn on, you damn thing, please. I need to leave.
by pure chance, you manage to hit the comms for the Nightwing, and as you do so, you hear Gilshin's voice. Ambus, Galileth, come in, Ambus.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm here. This is Amoseeth. Please, tell me how to fly this thing.
Where the fuck is Ambus? Where's Galileth?
There.
Can we all hear this?
They're coming.
Yeah.
I believe I see them coming down the hall now. Please.
Absolutely,
how am I flying
Amoseeth. You look out the window of the cockpit and you see the three members of your party come forward, and not far behind it, you see the black metallic creature coming into view. It is huge at this point. It is covering the entire length of the hallway.
That looks terrible. Please, quick, get in. Turn this thing on now. We need to leave. They can get in the other one. The other guy is in it.
Galileth, is that you?
Gilshin, is the ship any better? Can it move?
We've got systems back, but this is bad, Gilshin. We've got many Mechanicus ships on the horizon.
That's fine. Spin up the engines.
Get back here now!
They made like a beacon. It's a beacon. They're coming for us. Don't let them take us. Galileth, please get this thing going.
Galileth is gonna spin up his fighter, and then, well, you remember last session, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if this thing likes,
Yes, yes,
anti-air missiles.
yes.
Make a pilot check.
Right, where's my, And, Amoseeth is in the cockpit with me, right?
Yeah, I'm like hovering over your shoulder, like what button? What button?
All of you can fit in the same Nightwing if you choose to, and I kind of recommend it.
Yeah.
What about the other Nightwing and
He's not here. I'm not going to punish him for not being here. Ambus is in control of the other one. So as you fire up the Nightwing, Feyrai, which one are you getting into?
I'll get into Ambus's.
Alright. As you climb into it, Galileth, you already had the Nightwing kind of spun around to face the inside of the hangar, so as you climb in, you see the thing crunch through the walls up here. It's about 20 feet tall, and as it stands up to its full height, you can see just these huge black, they're like hoses now, shoot out in every direction, grabbing onto metal and sucking it up like a liquid, just absorbing more and more metallic mass into its body as it screeches, "Take me back!" And of course, Maubin's the only one who can understand that. Galileth, you spin the Nightwing around and you open fire. Blast after blast after blast fires into this hulking creature, and you watch as it shudders. It's almost reaching down, and for a second it reaches down and almost grabs Feyrai as she turns to get into Ambus's Nightwing in the other hangar. But by excellent timing, you shoot, and it reels backwards and maybe agony as it screeches out in machine code. It's just this awful grinding noise. And it simmers back, and you can see some of the mass begin blowing off. And as you blow off metallic chunks of it, it falls to the floor and then begins turning back into that black liquid, and then begins coming back and reforming onto its body. But you stunned it for a second.
Blasphemo can't save you now.
Yes, we need to leave.
As you sit there firing into it, you can see the back of the ship closer to the engines. The whole ship is just fucking exploding, Galileth. Everything is exploding.
That was very close. We need to keep going.
And once everyone's in the hangar, it's time to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, all of you board the Nightwings. Ambus and Feyrai get into one. Galileth, Maubin, and Amoseeth get into the other. You all take off in a rush, and as you come out into the void, you look out, and sure enough, there seems to be a small fleet of these Mechanicus vessels. They don't seem to be the decrepit kind before. These seem to be actual, genuine Mechanicus ships on the distance. And you can, if you look out, you can actually see there are fighters, Mechanicus fighters, zooming out towards the Thrust of Cain, your ship. And over the comms, you can hear Cathel. She's screaming in actual terror. And as fighters swarm around your ship, all Gilshan manages to come out as he's firing off, and you hear explosions in the background. Just Ambus, Galileth, Ambus.
Yeah, we're making a beeline for the hangar in Galileth, just like, when we give the signal, close the hangar and go.
You watch as Mechanicus ships begin swarming around your ship. This is it, Galileth. Your ship's about to explode. And then there's a blur of motion between the two of you, between your ship and Ambus's ship. You look over and you couldn't even make out what it is. But as you watch, there's another Nightwing in the air besides yours. It soars between the two of your ships, going faster than your ship ever could, and flies towards the Thrust of Cain. As Mechanicus fighters swarm around your ship, you see this Nightwing do spins and twirls as it goes forward. It fires several clean plasma shots into the side of a larger Mechanicus ship attacking your vessel. And it looks like it kamikazed straight into it, but then you see it fly out the other end. This pilot actually fired shots that created a hole straight through the ship, and it navigated straight through that small hole, like a pinpoint accurate flyby. And you watch as this fighter goes back and forth, taking out all of these different fighters around you. The Thrust of Cain gets a brief respite as it tries to take maneuvering action and fly out of the path. And as the much larger Mechanicus ships get closer and begin firing up their engines and their weapons, out of the Voidmire and the clouds, you see a fleet of your own ships, Eldar Corsair ships, come firing out. And suddenly you're in the middle of a massive void battle between Mechanicus and the Green Steel Corsairs. You watch as torpedoes, lasers, plasma, everything gets unloaded. It is a warscape now in the middle of space. You and Ambus have to make pilot checks. Go ahead and make a pilot check for me.
How many are in my fighter?
3 or 2. So you get +2 to your reroll.
Oh, fuck. Well, one final wrath point. Three, 4. Okay, so
Galileth, it's everything you can do to not get shot down in this void battle. You and Ambus have to split off and separate. Feyrai, you watch as Galileth and the rest of your crew duck out of the way. Ambus pilots you down and tries to get you out of the center of this void battle. Huge beams that are 5 times the size of your Nightwing are flying by, too close for comfort. You watch as a few very, very tense moments as fighters begin swarming around both of your ships. Galileth, you're shooting down fighters. Whenever you start getting overwhelmed, the Nightwing that saved your ship before, comes back around and with incredible speed covers your 6, begins shooting down fighters around you. The much larger vessels turn and from their side weapons begun unloading barrages into each other. You can see a couple of the Green Steel Corsair fleet ships begin breaking down and exploding. However, after several tense minutes of void battle, the Mechanicus seemingly turn back, maybe considering this battle too much of a loss to carry on any further, and they quickly begin escaping and retreating into the void mire. The fighters get off of your ass and start flying back into the ships. And over your comms, Galileth, you hear, "Greetings. Ryleth, the Sky Killer here. How you doing?"
Could be better, could be worse. Thanks for the assist.
Looks like we got here just in time. Hey, listen. Go on your ship and make everything all right, and then the Green Steel Corsairs want a word, and the Emerald Princess would like to meet you.
The least we can do. See you around, Sky Killer.
See ya.
His name is reminiscent of another fun pic I seen from the Mount K ship.
With that,
Why do I feel like we need to hide our children?
with that, you manage to get back to your ship. It is calm now. And though your ship is damaged, it's still going to be able to fly. It's going to need repairs, though. And with that, I think we can go ahead and probably end the session unless there's something you guys want to do.
I'm good.
I think that's a good spot.
Yeah.
All right. So as your ship, the Thrust of Cain, is surrounded by Green Steel Corsair vessels and the debris of the Void Battle, we'll go ahead and call the session there.
Alright.
That was a pretty intense one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how I pulled another Vladdle skedaddle
Every
before
fucking
before the
time.
battle even began.
You do it every damn time.
Oh my gosh. It's just
Self-preservation.
yep, those senses start those alarms start going off and I'm just like, I gotta book it.
Awesome.
We get top speed.
All right. And recording. You're beautiful. You know you are. Peace.